I usually mostly just get, like praises, more like compliments, literally. Just because like I dress nice, and like in this country, it's more like the way you present yourself.
The standard of living in China and that of Korea. How's it like?
I want to go back to China. It is
Why?
so cheap. It is so cheap. Oh man. Everybody just treated me like as a foreigner, which I mean made sense. And literally like I was the only black person I can remember like in that city. Yeah. For 4 years. It's a lot easier to like be in Korea as a foreigner because like there's just like a lot of opportunities.
Hi, welcome back again to my channel. It's your favorite handsome young man, young king called King Questy right here, coming all the way from China on this channel. I'm super excited about today's video. Why? Because it's the beginning of a new series on my channel called the Abroad Experience. The Abroad Experience right here on this channel is about people talking about their journey abroad. And today is the first episode of this series, and I'll be speaking to Jerry all the way from Korea. Jerry is also a YouTuber based in Korea, and I want you guys to go check out his channel called K Explorer. Jerry also speaks to foreigners to share their journey in Korea, and I think it's one of the best channels right now from Korea. So if you are thinking moving to Korea, then I recommend you to go check out this channel. It's the best deal. Let's together go and talk to Jerry. Don't forget subscribe to my channel, like this video, share. Let's get engaged, let's get connected. You can even DM me on my Instagram, King Questy, same name on Twitter, King Questy. DM me, let's get engaged. Let's build a community together. I go by the name King Questy on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I must say thank you so much for coming on board to be part of this journey. So I would like you to introduce yourself to my audience.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. My name is Jerry, the creator of K Explorer.
Okay, and where are you currently?
I currently live in South Korea.
South Korea. But you were in China some time ago.
Yeah, I was in China in September. Yeah, beginning of September, early October. Yeah,
Why did you move to China?
I did not move. I went to China for modeling. Yeah, my contract was actually supposed to be for 6 months, but then I don't know, one thing happened. My contract ended after like a month. So yeah.
But where are you originally from?
Oh, I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nigeria.
West Africa.
Yeah, and you?
Ghana.
Awesome. Yeah, I live like so.
So what do you do in Korea and how long you been in Korea?
Yeah, so I do modeling in Korea. I just work like in the entertainment world like in Korea, and also content creating. And I've been living here for about 6 months, 6 years now. Not 6 months, yeah, 6 years now.
Oh, you've been living in Korea for 6 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's been a
So
hard life.
how did you master the craft of the Korean language? Because I see your videos and you speak awesome Korean language.
이게 한 외국인이 어르신의 딸님 아니면 뭐 아들님 결혼하고 싶으면은 혹시 허락할 수 있나 싶은 외국인들에게 혹시 해주고 싶은 조언이나 해주고 싶은 메시지.
So I came here as a student. That was back in 2017 under the government scholarship. Yeah, and I for my first year, like from 2017 all to 2018, I went to like a language school, and then like from 2018 all through earlier this year, I went to like Korean university. All my courses were taught in Korean, so like I was listening to like Korean like every other day. My professors were Koreans. My exams were in Korean, so like I had no choice but to like really like just dig into like the whole culture and just learn the language somehow.
Wow. How is life in Korea as a foreigner?
Oh man, oof. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Like it's. I would say it's a lot easier to like be in Korea as a foreigner because like there's just like a lot of opportunities. The opportunities like it's so broad, but then like it can also be like be narrow. Like it just depends on the kind of visa you have. That's a problem. Yeah.
Like us, like black people coming to Korea, what should they expect?
Nothing to be frank with you. Like literally, I just be expected to be treated, like other people, because I stayed in like the rural area, like in Iksan, for 4 years. So it's not like as like developed as Seoul is. But then I really did not, like I really not face, like any type of discrimination, racism, like whatever. Everybody just treated me like as a foreigner, which I mean made sense. And literally, like I was the only black person I can remember, like in that city. Yeah, for 4 years. No, literally. Yeah.
And so how is, I mean, when you go out on the streets, in Korea? What kind of reaction do you get?
Oh man, I mean, it might sound a little bit I don't know, somehow to some people, but I usually mostly just get like praises, more like compliments, literally, just because like I dress nice, and like in this country it's more like the way you present yourself, that is the way people are actually just gonna like treat you. And like they're not very shy about like complimenting you as a foreigner. If you look good today, like, oh my god, I love your style, great style. Literally, I like whenever I go out, like basically like that is what I get. I mean, like their fashion here is crazy, so like I picked up like my fashion sense here, so yeah.
Like being a student in Korea, were there any challenges? How was it like being a student moving to a new country altogether?
Yeah, so I moved from Korea to sorry, from Nigeria to Korea. And yeah, it was actually a very interesting process because like it's my first time like literally like ever leaving, like the country. But then like coming to Korea, it was a whole new experience. Like I was, like for me, I literally like always wanted to, like leave Nigeria as a whole. So like I wasn't, like surprised as to like what life had to like bring towards me, because I knew like I knew what I wanted. So like coming to Korea, it was just like extremely, I was like very grateful to like have the opportunity, because like getting the scholarship is like extremely hard. I'm not like the smartest student, trust me, no, like I'm not that smart. But yeah, I just got lucky. But then like coming in, like into Korea, like the culture, the country, the people, everybody like is super nice. Like they try to like help you as much as possible. Most of like when you go to like the language schools, oh my god, like their teachers are like, I don't know, like they've got sense. Like they try to help you as much as possible, even if like you don't know the language. Of course, I came in like with other students from like different part of the world, but I would say generally coming into like Korea like as a student is like it's a very interesting like thing, because like you just meet good people. Like for me though, like I met like really great people. Like there was nothing hard. Yeah, there was
What do
nothing
we
hard.
say has been the most remarkable part of your journey since you moved to Korea?
Whew, starting YouTube. I literally like never knew I was actually like gonna be like a content creator like on YouTube, because I came with the mindset of, okay, I'm gonna work at Samsung. I mean, I knew Korea before coming to like South Korea. I was watching like their drama. I wasn't listening to the music as much, but I consumed like their drama. So like I picked a little bit of Korean before I came to like the country. So like I knew the companies that were in Korea. Like I was into IT, everything. Like that was just my goal. I just wanted to work for Samsung. But I came here and then like everything literally like, just changed.
What inspired you to start your YouTube journey?
Oh man, I don't know if you know Asian Boss though, but like
Yeah,
back
I know
in
it's
20,
much there.
yeah, yeah. So back in 2018, because like for me, I literally like I wanted to live in Seoul for like the longest time. Like I did not like my city. I don't even know why I went there, but like I just wanted to come to Korea. So like I just had like to choose, and like I did not choose, like they just dumped me there. But like anyways, so like I literally like wanted to come to Seoul. So like I've been planning my Seoul journey for like years. So like I watched every story about Seoul, what Koreans thought about whatever. Like I just consumed a lot of YouTube, and that was when I actually bumped into like Asian Boss's story, like the channel. And then like I kept consuming like their content like over the years, because like it actually helped me understand the Korean culture better, and also like the city that actually wanted to move in, which is Seoul. And I started off like with a K-pop channel for like 4 years. I was just doing pure K-pop, not like reacting or anything, same straight interview, but like just from like a different perspective, asking Koreans like what they think about like certain groups, what they think about that music, blah blah blah. I was in that for 4 years up until up until this year, like earlier this year, before I actually started like my current channel. And then I literally just transitioned from like K-pop to like just life in Korea, like foreigners, like Korean culture and all that. And I actually got blessed and like found like a little bit of success there. And yeah.
Which video on your channel would say, I mean, push you out there? Because we all have a video that really give us the limelight for people to know, okay, this is King Kwesi, this is K Explorer, this is Asian Boss. Which video on the channel right now would you say gave you that kind of big success?
Whew. Yeah. What Koreans think of black people?
은 흑인에 대한 어떤 생각 가지고 있나요?
어, 조금 티는 안 내려고 해도 조금 계속 쳐다보게 되고 조금 어려운 느낌? 그럴 것 같아요. 저는 아닌데, 저는 안 그런데 조금 다들 다르게 생각할 것 같긴 해요, 아직은.
저는 개인적으로 되게 이런 말 해도 되지. 흑인 우월주의 사상에 조금 차 있어서 그리고 힙합도 너무 좋아하다 보니까 되게 멋있다는 생각 많이 갖고 있었어요. 원래도.
Okay, let's think of black people. That video is a very controversial video. Everybody has different things to say, like about that video. But yeah, I would say like it's what Koreans think about black people.
Right. Go back to, I mean, being different in Korea. Like in China, sometimes people, I mean, react to you because you're different. In situations whereby people react to you because you're different, what is your reaction to them?
Um, Honestly speaking, I literally haven't, like gotten, oh hey, like I don't know, like it's hard to explain. Like I literally like haven't gotten, like a type of reaction that I'm actually, uh like I don't like or like I'm worried about or like that actually like catches my attention like towards me. Like probably maybe because I've lived in like very long in the country. Like I don't know, because usually it's more like coming in like into the country, first of all, like what I would say I actually like did like the first time like coming into Korea was, like really like just adapting into the culture. But like I did not really force myself. I was very like I was very curious. Like I was very like I knew about my surroundings. So like how they dressed, how you're supposed to be addressed, like all this stuff. So like I just gravitated towards like the way, like the way the society is, how they dress, how they talk, how they eat, how they act as, like human beings. They're one of the nicest people like on earth. So I wouldn't say like personally I've actually, like gotten any type of reaction like person like towards me like that like took me aback or like I really didn't like. So yeah, I wouldn't say I've actually experienced anything like that.
How was China when you were in China?
Oh,
When you were in China, if you had to compare when you came to China for that period, that short period, and you're staying in Korea, if you had to compare, I mean, the
oh
reaction
man, yeah. China took me by surprise. Lord God, because okay, I was in Xiamen. Like I had no idea like what Xiamen was, like where Xiamen was, like up until like my trip to Xiamen. But then it was more so like and like getting into China. Boy, the look was different. Literally, like everybody was looking like the like I don't know. It's like okay, like that was the first time I would say I looked like ever like I was very cautious as to like how I looked like as a person like in general because like they weren't like staring, they were looking. Like you find someone like literally just looking at you, like opens. They don't do that in Korea. So like I was taken aback by that, but I would say I never got used to that for like the whole month I was there. So like whenever I go out like with other like it's just pure stare. I was like, oh okay, I just no, yeah.
So I mean, that means that life here in China as compared to Korea is totally different.
Oh, it is. It is. Probably maybe I would say maybe because of like, the city I was in, like Xiamen. I mean, like, there are other, like foreigners, but like not as much as in like the bigger cities. So
But I feel like Xiamen is also a big city, though.
it is. Yeah, I know because like like a lot of like foreigners like coming to like travel and all that. Like it's more like the Hawaii of China, but like I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
So if people are coming to Korea for school, for business, for whatever, what are some of the things that they should know before, I mean, getting their visa, boarding the flight to Korea, based on the experience?
Yeah, so I would say, like just try and, learn about the country as much as possible. And just try and pick, like one or two Korean. Like you don't have to be perfect, but like greetings, probably like how to buy stuff, just basic stuff, like literally. Because one thing I learned about learning like a new language, as long as you know like a lot of words, you'll be able to like understand a lot. Even if like you don't speak, you're able to like understand a lot. So like just try and like memorize like 10 words per day, or like maybe five if you're like very busy per day, like of the language. That way, like it's gonna like really help you, like get into like being the culture like a lot faster, like understand, like it's just gonna get you like going like almost immediately.
Is living in Korea rewarding for foreigners?
Oh yeah. Just like I said, like, as long as you have, it depends on like the type of visa you have though. So for me, I'm actually like on the entertainment visa. So which allows me to do anything entertainment, TV, modeling, YouTube, anything, like anything entertainment. But like you're restricted to like just that part. You can do business, you can do probably like all you can work part-time like at let's say like a cafe or like a restaurant, you can do that. But then like when you have the permanent resident visa, which is like the F2, they have like two type of permanent resident visas. So like the F2 and also like the F5. So for the F2 visa now, like it allows you to do literally like anything. You're more like a Korean. You can work anywhere. You can have your own business. It's yeah, like it's just like freedom. So like if you have that visa, trust me, like life in Korea is like it's gonna be the best. Like you can't go wrong because like there's just a lot of opportunities. You can literally like work and it's an endless like pool of opportunities like in this country.
People are looking for opportunities to travel, right? I get a lot of message from people back home that want to come to China, and I tell them based on my experiences here, based on the experiences, do you think our brothers are good to come to Korea?
Oh yeah, they are. They are. So I also, like get like a lot of questions like that. But I'll just say, like one of the easiest ways to like just come into Korea is more like to just come in for study. So maybe like language, get a scholarship, just come as a student first. When you come as a student, it's a lot easier to like find your way around, like just switch to like another thing. But yeah, it's a lot easier to like come in as a student first.
And what has been the most challenging aspect of your YouTube journey?
Oh, talking to people, like going outside, talking to people, like just I don't know, asking them like, okay, can I interview? Like, oh man, like I don't know, like yeah, some days I'm actually like into it. Like, okay, I'm very confident today, like, can ask anybody. But like once you get like two rejections, you're like, oh man, okay, like nah, can't do like any rejections, the rejection today. But I would say, like it's just like one of those jobs that like that just has like its ups and downs. And as long as like you're in the right and like mentality, you can just like pull through like everything. And also like whenever like I feel down as to like, okay, I'm getting like a lot of rejection like this particular day, I just try and think about like the thousands of people like watching the video like that I'm like providing help to. And like it actually like gets me going. So yeah, I'd say like yeah, like that is actually like one of the most hardest and like aspect of like in this job.
The name K Explorer. Why did you choose that name for your YouTube channel?
Oh wow, so it's a very interesting question because like that was not I know that was not actually like the name like when we started. Like it's a weird thing now because like a friend I'm like one of my friends like from Nigeria as well, like we're doing we started like with African Man like back in 2018. So we like the goal of African Man was to like introduce African culture to Koreans. So like we're also doing in like interviews, but like not necessarily like short interviews, more like we just have our friends come in and then like they talk about like what they know, we educate them, blah blah blah. We really did not see like much success with that, although like we never worked hard on this, to be frank with you. Never saw like much success with that. But then like after a very long time, we I don't know, for a very weird reason, like we just went into like Indian culture, Indian whatever. We wanted to like introduce Indian culture to like to Koreans. I don't know why we did that. We found success though. So like we grew like up to 10K from like I don't know, less than 1,000 in less than 3 months. Like just covering like Indian content. So like Koreans reacting to like Indian celebrities or like Indian music or like whatever. It grew very fast. But then like was like it wasn't very sustainable. Like there was just I don't know, and it wasn't our thing. So we decided to like okay, how about we just change the name, like make it K Explorer. That is like us as people, like we just explore Korea and just like show our explorations to like the world or like whoever is like gonna watch the channel. And like that was how like the name was formed. And of course like my friend, like he went to school, like he left the channel. I was like, okay, cool. I might just how about like I like okay, use this opportunity to like just make it like my own. So talking about like different stories like of foreigners and also like Koreans and also just different things and like on the channel. And yeah, like that was how like the whole channel was formed.
Okay, before we go, you were in China for a very short time. If you compare the standard of living in China and that of Korea, how's it like? Is Korea more expensive than China, where you were in Xiamen, or Xiamen is more expensive than Korea, where you live now?
I want to go back to China. It is
Why?
so cheap. It is so cheap. Oh man. Oh Jesus. No. No, it is like it is literally oh god. Okay. The reason why I say like it's so cheap, it's literally because of like the food. So for regular just like eating food, like whatever, as long as you're just able to like eat the local cuisine, trust me, like it is extremely cheap. Like the delivery, I never for once went out to like a restaurant to like eat. I was just delivering for like a whole month. They're not even cost me like up for in Korean won, it didn't cost me like up to 150,000 Korean won just for feeding alone. that is cheap. In Seoul, you can't be ordering food like no, you just can't, because like the delivery fee is just as much as the price of the food.
Food. Okay.
Like yeah, like it's just yeah. So I would say yeah, China is actually like shaman actually like it's pretty like affordable than here in Seoul.
All right, Jerry the K Explorer, thank you so much for coming to King Kwesi's channel to share your little journey in Korea and your YouTube journey with us. And I want to say thank you again for
No,
accepting.
seriously, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me.
Um,
Would
before
also like
Sam-
to hear your story,
sorry?
Would also like to hear your story.
No,
What is
man.
this
Anytime.
story?
Anytime. Anytime you come back to China, I just want us to meet and we can do it properly.
Definitely. Hopefully by next time, I'm able to like just find my way around, yeah, around China.
Right, right. So tell your Korean people to subscribe to my channel in Korean language.
Well, awesome. Wait, why did I feel like
I put you on the spot again.
I was like, wait, what? Okay, let's see. Gudoke Juseo.
You said it?
Yeah, literally, yes. Please subscribe. Gudoke Juseo.
So slowly, I want to pick it up.
Okay, Gudo
Kudo,
해주세요.
kudo,
해주세요.
해주세요.
Yeah.
Kude 해주세요, King Kwesi.
Yeah, 구독해주세요, 킹퀘스님.
Wow, thank you, Jerry, man. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. Really
A
appreciate
pleasure,
it.
man, to have this conversation with you as a brother,
Mm.
West African brother.
Yeah, it's actually I was actually like very surprised like when I found out that you actually like from Ghana. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,